You think moving abroad is the hard part. It's not. The hardest part is something nobody really warns you about. One day you realize your life back home kept moving without you. Birthdays kept happening. Inside jokes kept evolving. Family stories continued. Slowly, you're no longer part of them. The strange part is that this doesn't happen suddenly. Most people don't lose those connections all at once. They lose them quietly over time. You get to a point and you notice something has changed. After struggling with this myself, I started trying different ways to stay close to people back home. Some worked, some completely failed, and some totally changed everything for the better. Two of them stood out the most. Number 6 hit me emotionally harder than I expected. But number 8 turned out to be the most underrated one, and honestly, the one that worked best. We'll get into more details when we get there. Before moving abroad, most people prepare for everything. Money, visas, housing, essential paperwork. But the emotional distance is one thing almost nobody prepares for. Emotional distance is very different from physical distance. At first you think it will be easy and you tell yourself, I'll just call more. That's what everyone says. But here's what actually happens. Time zones don't match. People get busy and calls get shorter, and eventually they stop happening. Not because anyone stopped caring, but because life quietly fills the space. And that's when something important came to my realization. Connections with family don't just happen out of the blue. You have to design it. So I started experimenting. Some things felt forced. Some didn't work at all. But a few made a bigger difference than I expected. 1. The thing that brought everyone back. The first one sounds simple. Game night, online poker, random party games, a little chaos. At first it was just okay, but then we made one small change. We made it a monthly event. Same time, different host, different theme. Suddenly something interesting happened. People who never joined calls before started showing up. 'Cause now it wasn't, let's call some other time. It was an event, and events feel real. 2. This one felt like home. We tried something that felt a little strange at first. Cooking the same meal at the same time, same recipe, different countries. When we sat down to eat, something unexpected happened. The call didn't feel like a call anymore. It felt very normal. Like nothing had changed, and that feeling matters more than people realize when you live far away from family. 3. The small change that fixed awkward calls. Next, we tried movie nights. At first, it didn't really work. Everyone was just sitting there watching quietly. It felt awkward. Then we added a video and audio element into the mix, and everything changed, laughing at the same moment, reacting to the same scenes, sharing the experiences. 4. I didn't expect this to hit so hard. That's when I realized something important. People don't actually miss calls. They miss shared moments. Then something happened that I didn't plan. A package arrived from home. My mum had sent it to me. Snacks, little notes, random things that only make sense to the people who sent them. I opened it during a call, and to be honest, that moment hit harder than I expected. Because suddenly home wasn't just something I remembered. It was something I could hold. For a moment, it felt like the distance disappeared, and it has become our tradition ever since. 5. This one looked boring, but worked incredibly well. Shared photo albums. At first, I thought this one would be pointless, but something interesting started happening. People began posting random moments, old memories, small pieces of daily life. And without realizing it, you stop feeling like you're missing everything because you're still part of the story. 6. The most underrated one. This was the one that surprised me the most. Voice notes. Because when you hear someone's voice, you hear their tone, mood, and feel their energy. You can listen to these voice notes at any time. And somehow, this feels more personal than a call. That's when I realized something. Sometimes, connection isn't about talking longer. It's about feeling closer. 7. The one that changed everything. The biggest shift came from something very simple. We stopped doing small talk. Instead, we started asking real questions. I found card games that helped us open up. We started asking deeper questions. What's been on your mind lately? What's been difficult for you? What's been exciting recently? This changed everything because staying connected isn't about talking more. It's about talking better. Here's the truth most people learn too late. None of this works if you leave it to chance. Whenever we're free doesn't work because people are rarely free at the same time. The moment we started treating connection like a real commitment, everything changed. We stopped drifting apart and started building something new. Here's the surprising part. You don't recreate the relationship you had before moving. You build a different version of it, one that fits your new life. And sometimes that version becomes even stronger. 8. The one that goes deeper than everything else. This one is different. It's not about activities and schedules. It's about something deeper. Staying connected spiritually. Praying together. Fasting together. Worshipping together. Reading the Bible together. At first, it might feel unusual, especially across time zones. Different routines. Different environments. But when you make time for it, something powerful happens. The connection feels stronger. Not just emotionally, but spiritually. Because even when you're miles apart, you're still aligned in something that doesn't depend on location. We started small. A short prayer on a call. Reading a passage together and sharing what it meant to us. And over time, it became more than just a routine. It became grounding. It gave us peace and strength. And it reminded us that we're still connected in a way distance can't break. Because some connections don't rely on physical presence, they rely on shared faith. And that's the strongest connection of all. So if you're living abroad right now and you feel that gap starting to grow, don't wait for it to fix itself. Don't ignore it. Start small, one game night, one shared moment, one intentional effort. Because distance doesn't break relationships. Silence does. If you've lived abroad, what's one thing that helped you stay close to people back home? Share it in the comments. Your idea might appear in the next video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe.